Laura Ray, and today we're going to talk about beauty products that surprise me. Every once in a while, something comes along that is so much better than I thought it was going to be. So I have some great products to share with you, and we're going to put together this lavender look. So many of you wanted a purple look, a lavender. Do you know there's over 50 different shades of lavender? It's hard to believe. And I have this brand new top I bought over at Target that's lavender, and it sort of inspired me for the look I'm wearing. But let's start off with a product that surprised me, and it shouldn't, because Angie from Angie Hot and Flashy talked about this sunscreen. It's the Healthy Skin Lab Protect. And she said how it was one of her new favorite sunscreens. So I went ahead and purchased it, and I really love it. The texture of it, the look of it, the feel. The only negative I would say is it says not to put on your eyes. And I know most of us like to put sunscreen on our eyes. But other than that, it has great active ingredients. It didn't cause any rash on my skin. And I really think it made my skin look very nice. It's a little more affordable than some of the other tinted sunscreens that I use. So it did surprise me for the price and the amount. I think it's a great sunscreen. I wore it today out for some errands without any foundation on, and I thought my skin looked really nice and healthy. So this is one of my new great surprises. When I first saw this eyeshadow palette, I love NYX, but the packaging of it and everything, I thought that the shadows weren't going to be that great. But boy, was I wrong. These shadows are beautiful. You can create so many great looks. The other thing I was wrong about is these shades. I was scared of them. When I saw these shades, I thought, that's not my jam. Usually I wear a lot of nudes and neutrals. But my daughter Danielle actually encouraged me to reach out of my comfort zone and do some different looks. So I did a look the other day that you all really loved with pinks. So one of my go-tos years ago, before all these pink shades came out, nude pinks, was purple. I loved lavender, violet, all different shades. So today I'm creating a look with only 3 shades that are all right here in this one palette. And I love that when I don't have to reach to other palettes. Now I am going to use an eye crayon that surprised me from Jane Iredale. But first I started with these 2 shades in the crease, and then I didn't even use eyeliner today. I went in with the deepest shade, and I always keep this water handy, the Aven, and I love it for spraying my brush and doing eyeliner with eyeshadow. Now that's a saver too of money, because you're not having to pay for any kind of eyeliner. It blends beautifully. I just love it. But these shadows from NYX definitely surprised me. Now, as I said, this shade surprised me. It's from Jane Iredale. It's one of her new Color Luxe eyeshadow sticks. It's the shade Moonstone. And this just has such a beautiful shimmer to it. It works great for anything I wear. I love these pencils that will go with every look, where I can just keep it handy, grab it, add a little sparkle, and it just really livens the look up. And that's how this is. I find I almost don't have to blend these crayons. They're so smooth. So I'm really happy that this was sent to me, because I would definitely repurchase these. They're some of the smoothest, most beautiful eye crayons I've ever used. One thing you're not really seeing in the videos is going on behind the scenes in front of me that really surprised me is this from Sigma. It's a switch, but it's silicone. So I can take the shadows. Let me put some shadow on my brush here. I'll put this purple on, and let's go into the switch and look how you can see on the switch the powder. It's taking the powder off so that I can switch shades. Now you'll still see the purple because it sort of stains the brush, but the powder is removed where I could go onto my skin right now and you see there's nothing. There's no color there coming off. Now, the great thing about this is I thought it was just for a switch for cleaning while you're working. No, I was wrong. You can take this, put soap on it, and clean your brushes. So it's a cleaning mat, and you can use it dry while you're putting on your makeup. So this product definitely surprised me. I've always loved Sigma brushes, but recently I got a comment from someone that bought several, not from watching one of my videos. I believe it was from just seeing either an ad or another YouTuber. And then they said they didn't hear about the brushes again. And I have so many Sigma brushes that I love and use that I wanted to share some in the video today. So for the eyes, I use the blending brush. This is the E25. It's just a great brush. It's not really round, it's more narrow. So you can get into making a crease with the brush, but it's still great for blending on the lid. Now, if you want to be more precise, or if you have very small lids, then this one is great. It's a precision firm blender, and that's what I used to get into the crease today to get a more defined look. And then this brush is amazing. It's an angled brow, but I use it for liner. It's the E75, and it's just perfect for doing eyeliner and getting close to the lash line. It's such a great tool. If you're enjoying this video, I would appreciate a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, I'd love to have you here. Everything I'm talking about is listed in the description of the video. Just hit the more button. Recently, I heard the makeup artist Nikki LaRose talking about this Dior foundation, and it was very pricey. And I thought, oh, I don't know if I want to spend the money on it, but I wanted to see how close it was to the MAC Face and Body, which has been a long-time favorite of mine. This is the Dior Backstage Face and Body. Now, I don't usually use this on my body. I use it as a foundation that's super thin, gives me great coverage, and has sort of a no makeup look, leaves my skin looking natural. So I didn't think it was going to be worth the money. To be honest, I thought, oh, I'll like the MAC just as well. But I have to say, even though I love the MAC Face and Body, I think this might be a little bit better. It surprised me how beautifully it spread on the skin. Now, a recent surprise, and I shouldn't be surprised because I used this for years, is the wedge sponge. So what I did today was just took my water from a bin, sprayed my sponge like this, and then went into the Dior. I barely used any. That was a surprise. I thought I would need much more product on my face. I needed so little, so I feel like this is going to last me a very long time. I have a little bit of hyperpigmentation right here along the cheekbone, and it covered it enough to where I can still see a little bit of it, but I don't mind that. It still looks better than it does without any coverage, and I don't want to necessarily cover everything where I look like I have a mask on. I really want some of my, quote, flaws, people would say, showing through. So I love the Dior Backstage. It did surprise me that it was worth it. It shouldn't, because Nikki reviewed so many foundations and said this was one of her favorite. When I first saw this blush, I thought, oh, that would look horrible on me. But I bought it because I saw some reviews of people loving it. Now, this is a cream blush, but the minute you put it on your skin, it feels like powder. So it's really got a very unique texture to it. I think it's beautiful. It surprised me that it wasn't as dark as I thought it was going to be. It's much more natural. Look at how pretty that looks on my skin. It's not a pink, yet you can see that lavender, and it works beautifully with the eye look. So I was very surprised because usually when we see something like this in a palette, I would have to just use a dab and it still might be too much. I thought I might look like a clown with this on, but it turned out to be really beautiful. I saw some article recently, I guess, talking about this Maybelline Rocket Volume. I haven't used this mascara in so long. So I bought it and it did surprise me. You know, sometimes we forget how great some of these older products are. Many of us are so excited about trying new things with new formulas and new ingredients in them. And we think they're so much better than older products, but that's not always true. Sometimes a company will really knock a home run with a product, and other companies just can't come up to that. Now, this brush, if you haven't seen it in a while, is a rubber brush, and I don't always like these. That's another thing that surprised me. This really grabbed my lashes. I think for my lashes, which aren't that great, they look pretty good with this. I'm getting a lot of volume. What I love too is I see that they don't look spidery. I like my lashes to just look a little more fluttery, add a little color to it. I bought black mascara. I always wear black for the most part. Sometimes I experiment with brown mascara or colors. I love navy blue mascara. I think this looks fabulous. Several months ago, I bought this Tula skincare stick, and I thought, it's a little pricier again, and it was going to have to be amazing for me to repurchase. And I recently repurchased because I love it. It gives light to my eyes. It has the skincare ingredients, so on my skin it's just very moisturizing. It's not sticky at all. And it's not one of these highlighters where you can see it on the skin and it looks fake or artificial. When I put this on, it just makes it seem like my skin is really healthy. So I love this. I think it's so much better than I ever thought. I've tried a lot of these different sticks, and this one is my favorite. I don't usually buy limited edition makeup. I just know it's going to go out fast, and I'm not really a fad type person. But when I saw this from Tatcha, I had a flashback to the early 80s. I don't know if any of you remember, but there was a product from L'Oreal that was a lip gloss in a pot. And I had it in a very deep purple shade. It came in other shades, and it was one of the products I completely used up because I loved it. It was constantly on my lips. I can just remember high school, maybe 10th, 11th grade, wearing it all the time. So when I saw this from Tatcha, I had to have it, even if it was limited edition. The shade is beautiful. It goes great with the lavender that I'm wearing today. It's so moisturizing. I love to take a lip brush. Now, this one from Sigma, they're not making anymore. It's a detailed lip brush, but you can get a pointed eyeshadow brush. They have one, and I'll link that, and it will do the same thing. But I like to put a little so I'm not dipping my fingers into the pot. Just look at that. So beautiful. I love the shine. It takes me back. There's certain products that I miss. I wish L'Oreal would come back with those. Let's do a petition and see if they'll bring it back. But I love lip gloss, and this really is a lip mask. So you can wear this to bed, or you can wear it during the day. I wear it all the time. Two things I'm wearing today that surprised me are these earrings, which I bought in different colors. Look at these. They're so affordable. I think around $13. They are lightweight. They're not heavy. They just add so much sparkle to an outfit. So I ordered them in pink, and I think I have a couple of others, maybe 4 pair now. They come in so many different colors. I bought a green pair, a black pair. They're just beautiful. Now, the other thing that surprised me was this top I bought over at Target. It's an oversized shirt. I initially bought it in one color, I think pink. And I liked it so much, I went back and got a different color. I have one with stripes, and then I have this lavender. But I looked in my wardrobe and I had almost no lavender. And that surprised me because that used to be one of my all-time favorite colors, especially when I was in high school. I wore purple and lavender all the time. So this top really takes me back. Let me know in the comments if you've tried anything recently that has surprised you, or tell me your favorite color. I would love to hear a makeup look you would like me to do. A lot of you said bronze last time, so I'll have a bronze look coming up really soon. I appreciate and love you all so much. I hope you have a blessed week, and I look forward to seeing you real soon.